The spiritual journey is often romanticized as a path filled with peace, love, and enlightenment. However, the reality, particularly for those who have reached a more advanced stage of spiritual evolution, can be far more complex and challenging. The deeper one delves into this journey, the more one becomes aware of certain harsh truths that, despite significant growth, remain difficult to accept and integrate into daily life. These truths challenge your perceptions, test your resilience, and, at times, leave you questioning the very path you have chosen. In this discussion, we will explore 7 of these harsh truths that even the most spiritually evolved individuals struggle to reconcile. These are not the comforting lessons often associated with spirituality, but rather the stark realities that compel you to grow in ways you never anticipated. If you have ever felt that the more you learn, the less certain you become, or if your spiritual growth has introduced unexpected challenges, then this is the insight you need. Stay with me until the end, for the final truth we will discuss may be the most challenging of all, a truth that many avoid but which holds the key to profound spiritual growth. Number 1. Existential crisis. The journey into spirituality often begins in the most unexpected and challenging of ways, through an existential crisis. This is that pivotal moment in life when the weight of profound questions begins to press heavily upon your mind. Questions such as, what is the purpose of life? Or why am I here? These moments can be unsettling, even terrifying, as they shake the very foundations of what you once believed to be true. Yet, there is a silver lining. An existential crisis, though deeply uncomfortable, serves as a powerful catalyst for spiritual growth and self-discovery. During an existential crisis, you are confronted with the realization that the life you have been living may not fully align with your true self. It is a moment of awakening, where the superficial aspects of life, success, material wealth, societal expectations, begin to lose their significance. A deeper craving emerges, a yearning for something more meaningful. This desire is your soul's way of nudging you towards a greater understanding of yourself and the universe. It is important to recognize that this crisis is not something to be feared, but rather embraced. It signifies that you are ready to move beyond the surface level of existence and explore the depths of your being. True spirituality begins not in comfort and certainty, but in the willingness to venture into the unknown, to question everything, and to seek answers that resonate with your deepest truth. One of the key aspects of navigating an existential crisis is allowing yourself to sit with the discomfort. The instinct may be to escape or distract yourself from these intense feelings, but doing so only delays the growth that is trying to occur. Instead, lean into the questions that arise. Journal about them, meditate upon them, discuss them with trusted friends or mentors. The more you engage with these questions, the more clarity you will gain, and the closer you will come to discovering your own spiritual path. As you progress through this process, you may notice a shift in your perspective on life. What once seemed important may no longer hold the same weight, and new values and priorities will begin to emerge. This is a clear indication that your spiritual journey is underway. You are beginning to shed the layers of your old self, making room for a more authentic and aligned version of who you truly are. Remember, an existential crisis is not an end, it is the beginning of something profoundly transformative. It is the universe's way of guiding you towards a deeper understanding of your purpose and your place in the world. By embracing this crisis with an open heart and a curious mind, you pave the way for spiritual growth that can lead to a more fulfilling and purposeful life. Number 2. The reality of suffering. Suffering is an inescapable part of the human experience. Regardless of how spiritually evolved you become, suffering will inevitably find its way into your life at some point. This may seem like a harsh truth, especially when spirituality is often associated with peace, joy, and enlightenment. However, the reality is that even those who walk the spiritual path are not immune to pain and hardship. What sets the spiritually awakened apart is their ability to find meaning and purpose in suffering, transforming it into a powerful tool for growth. When you are in the midst of suffering, it can feel overwhelming, even unbearable. The natural reaction is to resist it, to push it away, or to seek ways to numb the pain. But spirituality teaches us to take a different approach. Instead of fleeing from suffering, we are encouraged to face it head-on, to sit with the discomfort, and to explore what it has to teach us. This does not mean that suffering is something to be desired, but rather something to be understood and, ultimately, transcended. Suffering often serves as a wake-up call. It shakes us out of our complacency and forces us to confront aspects of our lives that we may have been ignoring or avoiding. Perhaps it is a relationship that no longer serves us, a career path that is out of alignment with our true calling, or unresolved emotional wounds that need healing. Whatever the case, suffering brings these issues to the surface, demanding our attention and prompting us to take action. Through the lens of spirituality, suffering is not viewed as a punishment, but as a catalyst for transformation. It is during our darkest moments that we are given the opportunity to grow in ways we never thought possible. This growth often comes through the development of qualities such as resilience, compassion, and inner strength, qualities that can only be forged in the fires of adversity. One of the most profound aspects of spiritual growth through suffering is the realization that pain is not permanent. It is a transient experience, one that comes and goes, much like the changing seasons. This understanding allows us to cultivate a sense of peace and acceptance, even in the midst of suffering. By acknowledging that pain is a part of life, we can stop fighting against it and start using it as a stepping stone towards greater wisdom and enlightenment. The reality of suffering is not something to fear, but something to embrace as part of the spiritual journey. It is through suffering that we learn some of life's most important lessons about our own strength, our capacity for love and compassion, and our ability to rise above even the most challenging circumstances. By finding meaning in our suffering, we not only heal ourselves, but also contribute to the healing of the world around us. Number 3, the challenge of letting go. On the spiritual journey, one of the most difficult yet essential challenges you will encounter is the process of letting go. This may involve releasing old habits, beliefs, or even relationships that no longer serve your highest good. It is a process that can feel deeply uncomfortable, as it often requires confronting the parts of yourself that you have held onto for far too long. However, if there is one truth on the path to spiritual growth, it is this: you cannot move forward while clinging to the past. Letting go is often misunderstood as a sign of weakness or defeat, but in reality, it is a powerful act of courage and strength. It requires you to trust in the unknown, to have faith that by releasing what no longer aligns with your soul, you are making space for something far greater to enter your life. This is easier said than done, especially when you have invested so much time and energy into something or someone that feels familiar, even if it is not healthy or fulfilling. The first step in the process of letting go is recognizing what needs to be released. This requires honest self-reflection and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths. Ask yourself, what beliefs am I holding onto that are limiting my growth? Are there relationships in my life that drain my energy rather than uplift me? What habits or patterns keep me stuck in a cycle of negativity? These questions can be challenging to answer, but they are necessary for identifying the areas of your life that require change. Once you have identified what needs to be released, the next step is to consciously let go. This may involve setting boundaries, having difficult conversations, or simply making a firm decision to stop engaging in behaviors that no longer serve you. It is important to remember that letting go does not mean erasing these aspects of your life. It means accepting them for what they were and choosing to move forward without them. It is about acknowledging the role they played in your journey and then releasing them with gratitude and compassion. The challenge of letting go also involves dealing with the emotions that arise during this process. It is normal to feel grief, sadness, or even fear as you release something that was once a significant part of your life. These emotions are part of the healing process, and allowing yourself to fully experience them is crucial for moving on. Rather than suppressing or avoiding these feelings, embrace them as a natural part of your spiritual evolution. As you let go, you will begin to notice a shift in your energy. The space that was once occupied by old, stagnant energy will begin to fill with new opportunities, relationships, and experiences that are more aligned with your true self. This is the beauty of letting go. It is not about losing something, but about gaining the freedom to create a life that resonates with your highest potential. The challenge of letting go is a transformative one. It is through this process that you shed the layers of your old self, making way for the new, more authentic version of who you are. And while it may be difficult, the rewards are profound, a life filled with more peace, joy, and alignment with your soul's purpose. Number 4, the work of self-reflection. As you progress on your spiritual journey, you will find that self-reflection becomes an indispensable tool for growth and transformation. It is through self-reflection that you gain deeper insights into your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, allowing you to align more closely with your true self. However, this process is not always easy. Self-reflection requires you to confront your imperfections and the aspects of yourself that you might prefer to keep hidden. Yet, it is precisely this willingness to look within that paves the way for genuine spiritual evolution. Self-reflection is akin to holding up a mirror to your soul. It invites you to examine your actions, beliefs, and motivations with honesty and compassion. This process can be uncomfortable because it often reveals truths that are hard to accept, areas where you have fallen short, made mistakes, or acted out of alignment with your values. However, rather than viewing these revelations as failures, self-reflection encourages you to see them as opportunities for growth. One of the most effective ways to engage in self-reflection is through journaling. By putting your thoughts and feelings on paper, you create a space where you can explore them without judgment. Journaling allows you to track your progress over time, to notice patterns in your behavior, and to gain clarity on the issues that are most important to you. It is a practice that can help you uncover the underlying beliefs that drive your actions, and in doing so, empower you to make conscious choices that support your spiritual growth. Meditation is another powerful tool for self-reflection. By quieting the mind and turning your attention inward, you create the conditions necessary for deeper awareness. In meditation, you can observe your thoughts and emotions without becoming attached to them, allowing you to gain insights into your inner world. This practice helps you cultivate a sense of detachment, enabling you to see your experiences from a higher perspective and to respond to life's challenges with greater wisdom and compassion. Self-reflection also involves taking responsibility for your life. It is about recognizing that you are the creator of your reality and that the experiences you attract are a reflection of your inner state. This realization can be both empowering and daunting, as it places the onus of change squarely on your shoulders. However, it also offers you the freedom to create a life that truly aligns with your highest self, knowing that every moment is an opportunity to learn, grow, and evolve. As you deepen your practice of self-reflection, you will begin to notice shifts in your consciousness. You may find that old patterns of thought and behavior start to fall away, replaced by new ways of being that are more in harmony with your spiritual values. This process is not about achieving perfection, but about striving for authenticity, living in a way that is true to who you are at your core. The work of self-reflection is an ongoing journey. It is not something you do once and then move on from, but a continuous process of self-discovery and refinement. And while it can be challenging, it is also deeply rewarding, offering you the opportunity to live a life that is more aligned, more conscious, and more connected to the divine essence within you. Number 5. The complexity of truth. As you delve deeper into your spiritual journey, one of the most profound realizations you will encounter is the complexity of truth. Spirituality often challenges the notion that truth is simple or absolute. Instead, it reveals that truth unfolds in layers, each more intricate than the last. This can be both enlightening and disorienting, as it forces you to question what you once accepted as fact and to embrace the ambiguity that comes with spiritual growth. At the beginning of your journey, you may have sought clear, straightforward answers to life's big questions. What is the meaning of life? What happens after we die? How can I find lasting happiness? However, as you progress, you begin to understand that these questions do not have simple, one-size-fits-all answers. Truth, in the spiritual sense, is not a fixed point, but a dynamic, evolving understanding that changes as you gain more insight and experience. This complexity is evident in how different spiritual teachings and philosophies approach the concept of truth. What one tradition holds as a universal truth, another might interpret differently, or even contradict. This does not mean that one is right and the other is wrong, but rather that truth is multifaceted, with each perspective offering a different piece of the puzzle. The challenge, then, is to hold space for multiple truths, even when they seem to conflict, and to recognize that your understanding will continue to evolve over time. Embracing the complexity of truth requires a willingness to live with uncertainty. It means accepting that you will not always have all the answers and that some questions might never be fully resolved. This can be unsettling, especially if you are accustomed to viewing the world in black and white terms. However, it is also liberating, as it opens up a space for curiosity, exploration, and growth. By letting go of the need for absolute certainty, you allow yourself to be guided by intuition, experience, and inner knowing. One of the key lessons in navigating the complexity of truth is the importance of humility. Spiritual growth is not about accumulating knowledge or being right, but about being open to new insights and perspectives. It is about recognizing that no matter how much you learn, there will always be more to discover, and that truth is a journey, not a destination. This humility allows you to remain teachable, to question your own beliefs, and to approach the mysteries of life with a sense of wonder and reverence. As you embrace the complexity of truth, you will find that it leads to a deeper, more nuanced understanding of yourself and the world around you. You become more comfortable with paradoxes, more tolerant of ambiguity, and more willing to explore the unknown. This shift in perspective not only enhances your spiritual growth, but also enriches your life, as you learn to appreciate the beauty in life's complexities rather than seeking simplistic answers. The complexity of truth is a reflection of the infinite nature of the universe. It invites you to keep exploring, to keep questioning, and to remain open to the ever-unfolding journey of spiritual discovery. While this journey may never provide all the answers, it offers something even more valuable: the wisdom to live with grace, acceptance, and an open heart in the face of life's uncertainties. Number 6. The difficulty in finding love. As you grow spiritually, you may find that your relationships, particularly those of a romantic nature, become more challenging. This may seem counterintuitive. After all, should not spiritual growth make it easier to connect with others? However, the truth is that as you evolve, your standards for love and connection often change, making it more difficult to find relationships that resonate with your deeper, more authentic self. Spiritually evolved individuals often seek connections that go beyond the superficial. You are no longer satisfied with relationships based solely on physical attraction, convenience, or societal expectations. Instead, you crave deeper connections, those rooted in mutual respect, shared values, and a genuine understanding of one another's souls. This search for a profound connection can make the dating process more complex, as it requires discernment and patience to find someone who truly aligns with your spiritual path. One of the challenges you may face is the disparity between your inner world and the external world. As you become more attuned to your spiritual nature, you may find that many potential partners are still operating at a different level of consciousness. This does not mean that they are less than in any way, but rather that they might not be on the same wavelength as you. This can lead to feelings of isolation or frustration, as you struggle to find someone who understands and appreciates the depth of your spiritual journey. Additionally, your heightened awareness and sensitivity can make you more discerning when it comes to choosing a partner. You may notice red flags or subtle signs that others might overlook, and you are less likely to settle for a relationship that does not fully nurture your soul. While this discernment is a valuable tool, it can also make the search for love feel more arduous, as you navigate the complexities of human relationships with a more refined sense of what you truly need. However, it is important to remember that these challenges are not insurmountable. They are, in fact, part of your spiritual growth. The difficulty in finding love serves as a mirror, reflecting back to you the areas where you still need to grow, heal, and evolve. It encourages you to develop greater self-love, patience, and resilience, knowing that the right connection will come when both you and your potential partner are ready. In the meantime, it is essential to cultivate a deep sense of love and fulfillment within yourself. Spiritual growth often involves learning to find joy, peace, and contentment in your own company, rather than seeking these qualities from external sources. By focusing on your own personal development and spiritual practice, you naturally raise your vibration, making it more likely that you will attract a partner who is aligned with your higher self. While finding love on the spiritual path can be challenging, it is also one of the most rewarding aspects of your journey. The relationships that do manifest are likely to be deeply meaningful, offering opportunities for both partners to grow and evolve together. By staying true to your spiritual values and trusting in the timing of the universe, you can navigate the complexities of love with grace and an open heart, knowing that when the right connection arrives, it will be worth the wait. We also have a video that complements this one, which is about the main ways the universe tests you before changing your reality. I'll leave it at the end of the video if you also want to gain that knowledge. Now, let's move on to the final truth. Number 7. A never-ending journey. The spiritual path is often described as a journey, and for good reason. It is a process of continual growth, learning, and evolution that has no definitive endpoint. This concept of a never-ending journey can be both inspiring and daunting. On the one hand, it means that there is always more to discover, more to experience, and more to understand. On the other hand, it can be challenging to accept that there is no final destination, no moment when you have arrived, and can declare your spiritual work complete. One of the key lessons of this never-ending journey is that spiritual growth is not a linear process. There will be times when you feel as though you are making great strides, moving closer to your goals and gaining deeper insights into yourself and the universe. However, there will also be times when progress seems slow, when you encounter obstacles, or when old patterns and challenges resurface. These fluctuations are a natural part of the journey, reminding you that growth often comes in cycles and that every step, even the difficult ones, is part of your evolution. Embracing the never-ending nature of the spiritual journey requires a shift in mindset. Rather than focusing on reaching a particular goal or achieving a specific state of being, it is about learning to appreciate the journey itself. This means finding joy in the process of growth, rather than fixating on the outcome. It is about being present in each moment, understanding that every experience, whether positive or negative, offers an opportunity for learning and expansion. This approach to the spiritual journey also fosters a sense of humility. No matter how much you have learned or how far you have come, there is always more to explore. The universe is vast and mysterious, and the deeper you go, the more you realize how much there is still to discover. This recognition can be humbling, but it is also what makes the journey so enriching. It keeps you curious, open-minded, and eager to continue your exploration of the spiritual realms. Another important aspect of the never-ending journey is the understanding that spiritual growth is deeply personal. Your path will not look like anyone else's, and that is okay. What matters is that you stay true to your own journey, following the guidance of your inner self and allowing your experiences to shape your understanding in unique ways. This individuality is what makes the spiritual path so diverse and beautiful, as each person's journey contributes to the collective wisdom of humanity. The never-ending journey of spirituality is a testament to the infinite nature of the soul. It is a reminder that there is always more to learn, more to experience, and more to become. By embracing this journey with an open heart and a willingness to grow, you can find peace and fulfillment in the process, knowing that every step you take brings you closer to the essence of who you truly are. The path of spiritual evolution is not without its challenges. These 7 harsh truths are a testament to the complexities and difficulties that even the most spiritually advanced individuals face. Yet, it is through grappling with these truths that we experience the most profound growth. They compel us to confront our own limitations, question our assumptions, and ultimately expand our understanding of ourselves and the universe. However, it is important to remember that while these truths may be difficult to accept, they also present opportunities for deeper growth. The spiritual journey is not about overcoming these challenges once and for all, but about continuously engaging with them, learning from them, and allowing them to refine your path. The struggle itself is a sign of your progress, demonstrating your willingness to face the realities that others might shy away from. So, how do you deal with these harsh truths in your own life? What strategies have you found helpful in navigating these challenges? I encourage you to share your experiences in the comments below. Let us create a space where we can support one another through the tougher aspects of our spiritual journeys. If this video has changed your spiritual journey and helped you connect with your universal strength, leave a like below, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell so we can notify you when new content arrives. We also suggest watching the video indicated on the screen so you can continue your journey of spiritual growth and inner evolution of knowledge. Thank you for staying with us until the end, and see you in the next video.